So you don't like people of color blaming white people for past racial issues. Okay. My question for you is, why do you think they do? Can you think of any reasons? Because I can think of a lot of reasons, such as imperialism, colonialism, slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, the Trail of Tears and the genocide of Native Americans, the 13th Amendment, mass incarceration, redlining, voter suppression, unequal access to quality housing, medical care, quality food, cultural genocide, internment camps during World War II. I mean, if you really think of our history, yeah, white people are at fault for a lot of things that happened to people of color, things that still have deep effects to this day. I think it's important that we understand our history and own up to it and make a commitment to do better, to not follow the lead of our ancestors, to denounce and dismantle white supremacy. We can't dismantle white supremacy until we acknowledge that it exists. You can't slay a dragon without first acknowledging that there is a dragon. You can't cure a disease without at first diagnosing it. And our country's diagnosis is a long history of white supremacy, genocide, slavery, discrimination. We must acknowledge that. If we don't, we are ignoring our own history and are just bound to repeat it.
You don't know me, but I'm going to be as respectful as possible with this. Black people in every way still suffer from the effects of slavery. The Willie Lynch letters, everything that's taking place in the black community right now, the fighting against each other, was psychological warfare that you can date back to enslavement. When they put light skin versus dark skin, when they put the house versus the field slave, when they had brother against brother, when they would make you fight to the death, or they would rape your family, or they would do even worse things than that. It was about mind control. If you control the mind, you can control the narrative. And generational mind control has had a very deep and lasting effect on the black community, and it was by design of a white supremacist structure. Education. We all know that the enslaved were denied education. They weren't allowed to read, write, math, none of that. Then when they finally got free, their education was so severely underfunded, and is still so severely underfunded, that they still lack in education thanks to white supremacy. Redlining, the Homestead Act, all the massacres, all the bombings that took place. Do you know how many successful, thriving black communities could be here today if white supremacists did not burn them down and bomb them? Do you know the effect that that could have on the black community when it comes to resources and success today? But that was all literally blown away. It's taken from them. Their communities are still highly over-policed. Modern day slave patrol. Black bodies are murdered every single fucking day in this country. And a perfect example, Tamir Rice. Tell me what he did wrong. Elijah McClain. Tell me what he did wrong. Why did he deserve to die? Ralph Yarl. What did he do wrong? Why did he deserve to be shot? And so many, 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 many more. Even in the entertainment industry, black entertainers get a percentage of what white entertainers get, and black female entertainers are even more underpaid. No, I'm not talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce. So why was the government's response to the Black Panthers and an elevation in the black community COINTELPRO? Why did they feel the need to flood the black community with crack and then create a war on drugs to therefore lock them up? Why is it that hundreds of thousands more white people get arrested every year, but far more black people are convicted? We live in a very racist society. You can deny it and justify it all you want. Your white privilege is what allows you to be comfortable in your white ignorance.
Be separate, and everything in my society taught me that white people were better than black people. It was taught everywhere, and that's how I grew up. Now, that racist hard shell began to crack for me a little bit when I got in high school and started reading some books. You don't have to move somewhere, you just need to read, people. Read.
They put in a book.
I started reading.
That's right.
And began to make some friends, began to crack a little bit. But I'm here to tell you, though it's taken a lifetime of recovery. It didn't come all at once. I'm still recovering. It's deep-seated in there, folks.
My Lord.
Now, we don't have that old Jim Crow stuff anymore, but we sure have the new Jim Crow in our criminal white folks about their past, but this isn't just about the past.
This is present.
And if you are white and you're not somewhat ashamed, something's wrong with you.
I know that's right.
Now, I know that shame is not somewhere we want to live, but we should work through it. Work through it. Consider doing something better. And there are ways we can do this, and we can do it with love.
Yes.
But you can't just come to a rally or read a book and be all woke and anti-racist. No. One activist says that racism is not like a cavity in the tooth that you can just go to a dentist and have him drill out and fill it. It's not like that. No, racism is more like gingivitis, like gum disease. And if you don't brush and floss your teeth every day, it comes back up. It'll come right on back up. And that's what's happening. And our white folks need to work on this. I see some white folks out there. We need to work on this. Our black and brown sisters don't need to always have to carry this load. We do need to listen to their leadership, but we need to be willing to put our money and put our actions to work every day.
All the time.
Every day to make a difference. You know, you say, I see t-shirts, you say, I want to run with Maud. Well, as somebody said about Maud, but he didn't run just 1 or 2 days a week. He ran every day to stay in shape. And we have to train ourselves. If you want to be a part of this work, we need to know that running with Maud, as somebody said, is not a sprint. I can tell you myself, I'm 69 years old, it's a lifetime marathon. A lifetime marathon. Now, you do have to pace yourself, and you may need to take a break. We know that because you get awfully tired out, and I know some of you are. But the reason you take that break is so you can get back in there. And like brushing your teeth and flossing, we need to make sure that working for justice is a daily habit. It needs to be a daily habit.
Honestly, this is just the spirit of so-called white people. You do all these atrocities, y'all do all these wicked deeds to so-called black people, and then lack the accountability or connection to anything that you do that has helped destroy the black people, so-called black people. Be accountable. Be accountable for your ancestors, what they've done to the so-called blacks. Be accountable for what you've done, what y'all continue to do. See, y'all never want to talk about slavery because it causes you to have to acknowledge that you benefit from slavery, that you're still very much connected to slavery. The longer we're here, the more you benefit. Y'all don't want to talk about these things. Y'all want to blow it off and be like, slavery ended a long time ago. It don't exist anymore. Pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. You've been given the same opportunity. When really, we know the Bible teaches us that, our oppressors, they speak wickedly concerning slavery. Y'all speak wickedly. Y'all say, oh, it wasn't that bad. That was so long ago. Get over it. Like, slavery doesn't exist anymore. Why are you guys so upset? Stop blaming white people for your problems. I mean, when you look at it and you go through the history and you look at today and I see how everything is still set up systematically racist, how it's in place that we would never get ahead, ever be able to get on one accord with our own community, how y'all continue to lie to us, strip us down, take our scriptures, take our Bible, take our God, change his image, change his name, steal our identity, keep us in a hood, keep us broke, refuse housing to us, refuse loans, refuse credit, all this bullshit. And then you say you're not accountable, and then you say slavery don't exist. Like the Edomite said, oh, it still exists. It's just a new Jim Crow. Y'all do it deceitfully now. Y'all ain't just all out talking about big lip black niggas eating watermelon and chicken. No, y'all do it in such a way where we go and we apply for a loan and we qualify, but y'all find a way to reject it. You do it when we go and we apply for a house, and because of my skin color, you say, oh, yeah, right now, this isn't gonna work out. Y'all do it in such a way when we begin, we get jobs, we outshine other nations, we outshine your own kind, and we get demoted or we get terminated with no cause. given no cause. This is how y'all do that. This is how Jim Crow still exists today. Y'all do it deceitfully and try to act like y'all not doing it. But you know what? It's just coming to a point where y'all finna take accountability for what y'all have done to the so-called blacks, regardless if you want to take the accountability or not. The Most High, he finna make you take accountability. Y'all finna have to pay for everything that y'all did to the so-called black people, the children of Israel. Y'all gonna have to pay for that. So yes, y'all are most definitely a major cause and reasons of the things that are going on in the so-called black community today and the problems that they face. And what makes it so worse is y'all see us waking up every single day. Everybody around the world, all the Israelites are waking up. All the nations are waking up to who we are, to being the children of Israel, that we're the Israelites. And y'all still will not come forward and take accountability for the bullshit that y'all have done. Y'all won't do it. Y'all, we don't respect that. Be accountable. Be accountable. We don't respect that. Y'all are the cause. Y'all the cause. Because at the end of the day, let's take it back in Egypt. When the Most High sent his servant Moses to Pharaoh, and he told him, tell him, let my people go. And what did Pharaoh say? Pharaoh said, who is this God that you serve? I know him not, and neither will I let your people go. This is what y'all doing. See, the Most High, he hardened Pharaoh's heart, just like he's hardening y'all heart. Y'all see us waking up every single day, but y'all heart is continuing to be hardened towards us. Y'all won't let us go. Y'all will never let us go. Y'all will never take accountability for the bullshit your ancestors did to us, what y'all continue to do to us today. Y'all won't take accountability. The Most High has hardened your heart. Why? So that he can judge y'all. So he can judge y'all. Vengeance is coming. It's coming. Exodus 21:16, and I'm paraphrasing it, it says, he who stealeth a man, or that man be found in his hands, he shall surely be put to death. This is what the Most High is saying. Y'all have to understand, y'all stole us. And then y'all lied to us. And then y'all led us into idolatry. Y'all keep us in sin by lying, telling us the law is done away with. Y'all refuse to give us back what rightfully belongs to us. Y'all have worked us for almost 500 years, going on 500 years. Refuse to pay us for our dues. Refuse to pay us for our labor. That's theft too. You can't work a person according to the scriptures. When someone do work for you, no, you don't pay them a week later. You don't pay them a day later. You don't pay them 2 weeks later. You pay them that day that they do that work for you. That's the law. So y'all have defrauded us all the way around the board. And the Most High, he is not pleased with it, y'all. He ain't pleased with it. But Revelations 13:10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Hey, this is the faith and the patience of the saints.